What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fomo Factory. Today I would love to talk about maximizing your crypto portfolio in the bear market. I am going to spam you with this kind of content because now it's the time. Unfortunately, I don't see a lot of YouTubers talk about building a portfolio, maximizing your strategy or your income, your crypto portfolio to build it right now, because now is the time. So that's really what I'm going to focus on. And in the bull market, I got a lot better content for you guys, but now it's time to prepare. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, feel free to subscribe to the channel. You would help me a lot, but you would especially help yourself a lot as well. Like I said, it is time now. If we look at the crypto market, it's kind of funny that you know, where we came from 70K, right? And we're now sitting at 18 and a half, $19,000, maybe $20,000, but around that area. And if you watch this, you are going to make it. If you watch any crypto related content or you're just, you know, spending time, then you are going to make it, because I see a lot of people also in my own circle like, crypto is now getting boring. I will be back when the bull market continues. But, you know, you only profit from the bull run if you actually prepared in the bear market. I don't know about you guys. Leave a comment. When did you started your crypto journey? I have no idea. I want to get to know my community right here. When did you start it? Because I know that slightly my experience, like, why should you, you know, you shouldn't take advice from me, but why should you, you know, keep what I say in consideration at least and make it a part of your research? Well, I bought my first Bitcoin in 2013 for $400. I wasn't aware what Bitcoin was. I wasn't aware what crypto was. Back then, I don't even know if you had more cryptos. All I know is somebody said to me, the other guy that helps me out with this whole channel and everything, he said like, yo, I bought a bunch of Bitcoin, right? A couple of years ago. He said it right here. So he was okay, right? So I was like, okay, cool. What is that? So I saw it was $400. I looked at the chart and I felt like, okay, cool. I bought one Bitcoin, right? A couple of months later, it was $800. And I felt like, yeah, okay, cool. Got twice what I had. Cash out. Well, I don't know what I did with that $800, but when I look at this period, 2013, I probably spent it all on weed, right? So in that case, it was all for nothing. But it's a learning progress. Even if I wasn't really involved in crypto, I now look back and I, you know, still got experience from it, because I went back to crypto in 2017 in the bull run, give or take. I was investing in this 2017 bull run. I don't know exactly when in the bull run, but somewhere in the run up, into Digibytes, Stratis, how do you pronounce it? Bitcoin Cash, Dogecoin, Litecoin, that kind of stuff, Dash. Well, these projects, there weren't that much as well. And that was in the middle of the bull run. And what I then noticed, I didn't know it was a bull run. I didn't know about TradingView, about charts, about anything, right? All I knew is I put money in and we were sitting with friends in front of the TV watching our money go up and up and up. So it felt like, oh, this is crypto. This is normal, right? So I'm gonna put more money in. And eventually I took a fucking loan and I put more money in. But that was here. So I got wrecked. I got really wrecked. I made a lot of money, but I lost it all as well. And then in the last couple of years, I really started to learn about crypto and making it like even, you know, double full-time job. Like I could have worked 2 jobs for all the time that I was spending in crypto, and I'm doing so much research, and that's so cool about it. I'm trying to wrap everything in a, you know, at least a 15 up till 30 minutes video, but you can get all that information instead of doing hours and days and weeks of research yourself, right? So therefore, I think watching the right YouTubers, someone from Crypto Banter said that as well, and it's actually very true. So before we dive into how to maximize, I just want you to know, like, yeah, who am I to tell you this, right? Otherwise, I'm just another guy on the internet. So now in the run-up of 2021, I started my Fomotion channel. I really started to do some research on crypto, and I learned a lot. And unfortunately, I really figured out that there was a bear market once the bear market was already going on for a while. And that made me, you know, I made a lot of profits here. but that made me not keep the profits right here. And we will get this whole area, this whole period, we will get this again, of course. And we want to now to make the most out of it, right? You do not want to be me a couple of years ago or me last year, where I start investing in it like around here, right? And then just, you know, man, making some profits but writing it all down again. We want to be here. We want to be here. Sorry, here. Because this is where we basically are now, right? And we want to prepare here. And then when we write it all up, we also don't want to be scared to take our profits by that time. So I will focus on making content by that time. And we can still invest, but also take profits. Because this is really where the money is made. And I went from nothing to hundreds of thousands of dollars in basically a half a bull run and losing it as well again, right? Now I know I am well prepared for the next bull run. But are you also well prepared for this bear market? Because a lot of people are saying that this bear market, it takes long and it's boring. If that's really what's standing in your way, you need to change your mindset. Otherwise, you're not going to make it. Because if you think this is taking long, we are just going sideways for like 3 months now. Look how long we went sideways in this bear market. This is where a lot of people got bored out of the market, got depressed. Like, this is the real depression when you look at the Wall Street cheat sheet, right? And it doesn't have to take this long, but, you know, there won't be, I don't think this is going to happen. That won't happen, which is good on one hand, because we have time to prepare, right? And I think that, I don't know, I can't speak for you, so leave a comment about that, but ask yourself, like, have you already invested or prepared everything you want in preparation for the next bull run? I think a lot of people feel like, man, even if my portfolio does 100x, am I completely financially free in that case? Do I completely, you know, achieve my goals for the rest of my life? Because you can do that in one bull run. In 2 bull runs, it's done for life, 100%. But in one bull run, if you play it right, you can make that as well, right? So, what I just said in one of the latest videos is, you know, if you look at the market, and sorry for the long intro to get to my point, but this is some perspective you need. Look, the blue vertical lines are the Bitcoin halvings, right? We had a halving here, we had a halving here, we had a halving here, right? Next halving, no, it's not 100% clear because of the blocks. We don't know how fast it's going, but for now it's planned for around May 2024, right? So that gives us some time, right? That gives us 1.5 years. But what I also noticed is that, therefore, I have these lines drawn. Before the halving happens, usually, and these are not even all the halvings, but usually before the halving happens, look, we have the bottom, we have a long accumulation phase, and there we have the halving. The halving was in July 2016. If we go to around July 2014, 15, that's already where we started pumping. So we were already doing a 4x before the next halving happened. And that's not one time. The halving after that, around the same, right? We had the halving in May 2020. If we go to around May 2019, look, this is where we started pumping. So far, we already start to go up around a year before the next halving. We don't know if that's going to happen right now as well, of course. But, you know, these are just statistics, right? And you have to base something on statistics. Otherwise, you're just speculating out of nothing, and that's completely getting you nowhere. So if that happens this time as well, next halving is around May 2024, then it should mean that around May 2023 we will start pumping. So what my expectation is, you know, what in the meantime in the short term could happen, yeah, we could see new lows in the short term. That hurts, but if you zoom out, you know, then it's just basically doing something like this, right? And then around May 2023, in my expectation, we will slowly start pumping towards the halving. And then when the halving happens, usually we or go down a little bit, or it just goes sideways, does a lot of nothing for a while. And then, well, May, and then we have October. That's half a year. Here with this halving, we, what did we do? Here we went down first a little bit, and then we had the halving in July and around December, so also around half a year. So we have half a year of, you know, kind of boring stuff still. Shit. We have half a year of kind of boring stuff. When the halving happens, so that's, you know, in April, so that should be around, you know, end of 2024. And then stuff usually really goes parabolic, right? Then it really parabolic, like this parabolic, this like every day waking up, seeing your portfolio does a 2-3x, right? And that's crazy. If you do a 2x on a 2x on a 2x, that's insane. That's insane money. If you put $1,000 in, you do a 2x, you have $2,000, but the next day you do another 2x, you have $4,000. You suddenly have 4,000 compared to your first 1,000. Next day you do another 2x, you have 8,000. It's crazy. And then people, then it's getting really hard, right? Because then you feel like, fuck, I did so many X's. Should I sell now? Should I take my profits? Or am I selling too soon? Right? So that's content that we are going to focus on by then, because that's really, it's nice, but it's hard to get the most out of it. It's really hard. Right? So, but that's for then. But my expectation is then that we will get to around at least $200,000 by the end of 2025. This is where I think the next bull run will peak. Around, you know, last half year of 2025 is where I think we will have this peak, right? We have this blow off top. If we get a blow off top, we didn't really get it last time. So that's my expectation. Why $200,000? Well, I showed you in another video. It's basically very simple. I don't know where I have the right chart exactly here. It's because every time Bitcoin takes its low from the current cycle, so let's say our $17,000 for now is the low, right? And we go to the top of the next cycle, the average ROI that Bitcoin does is a 60x, right? I'm not even talking about altcoins. I'm talking about Bitcoin, right? On average, it does a 60x. Well, that's possible, right? And if that happens, we will go to $1 million. And it sounds crazy, like $1 million. Yeah, but it's average, right? Although I don't, you know, I kept in consideration that maybe we go to 10K. I don't think so. But if we do, and we do a 60x from 10K, we go to $600,000. That's already a very bearish, you know, that's a bearish up. Fuck, I don't find the right word right here. It doesn't matter. It's bearish situation, right? But maybe it just does a 30x instead of a 60x. And maybe it just does a 20x, right? Just like last time. So I figured, okay, we first go to 10K, and then we just get the returns of last time, which is a 20x, right? Very bad situation plus another very bad situation. Together, we come up with $200,000, give or take. All right, so in that case, it could be way more. It could be way more. I will be very shocked and surprised and concerned if Bitcoin doesn't reach $200,000, because then something is very wrong compared to previous cycles, right? So that being said, how to prepare for that, right? Well, we don't know, but I expect we have some time, right? But this time, you have to make advantage of this time, because I think, yeah, we're going to start pumping around May next year. That's half a year from now, right? We maybe have half a year. What do you got to do in that half year? In that half year, you got to research. You got to make sure you get money, right? Get another job. I don't know. It's not so easy for everybody, of course. I totally get that. But try to put everything on everything to make money right now. And it could be hard. It could be demotivating if you don't earn a lot. But keep in mind, every dollar you make right now can definitely be $20 by then. Right? So if you're now working for $10 an hour, it's fucked up. In some countries, it's a lot. Sorry for people in, I don't know, India or something like that. But, you know, compared to Americans, if you make just $10 an hour, okay, it's not a lot. But if you keep in mind that if you play it right, that could be $200 an hour, per hour, right? That's a brain surgeon salary. So try to, I don't know if that's true, but try to keep that in mind, to stay motivated. These are the times where you got to keep your motivation and not give up. Have a clear goal of where you want to go financially, right? And how you are going to invest that. And I can tell you every day on this channel how I'm going to do it. I will give you my tips how I'm going to do it, but you got to do it. I cannot do it for you. Nobody can do it for you. There are people that can do it way better, but they cannot do it for you. You can do it for you, right? I'm just trying to motivate you, because these are times like, if you miss this right now, these for now are 4-year cycles, right? So if you miss this for now, cool, but you gotta wait another 4 years, and who knows, maybe the opportunity by then is a lot less than that you got right now, right? So you have to put it like it's now or never. Really, that mindset is going to get you somewhere. It's now or it's never. Maybe in 4 years, but you know, you really want to wait another 4 years for you don't know what? Nah, we got to do it right now. This is painful where we are right now, but this is an opportunity of a lifetime. And I kid you not, I will be here every day in the bear market until we get the next bull market, and we are going to laugh with each other. We are going to congratulate each other. We're going to be here by then as well. I'm here now, I will be here then. So what's my strategy? Sorry for this long video, but I love it when I'm a little down or in doubt and I see someone talking that motivational. It gives me the power, and it gives me the reminder, like, yeah, we got to remind what we're doing this for, right? So keep this in perspective. Keep this in your mind, right? This is how I think it's going to play out, right? This is not how it's going to play out. It will be different, but will it be a lot different? I don't know. This is based on what we saw before. And for everybody, like, this time is different. Yeah, every time is different, but every time kind of plays out the same as well when we zoom out, right? So how to play this? Well, you have to have an altcoin watch list. Really, you have to have an altcoin watch list. So I will give you my altcoin watch list to let me look it up for you guys. And it is still a work in progress, right? But I will give you the one that I have. But like I said, you don't have a lot of time here. You don't have a lot of time. And yeah, you still will be having time here as well. Don't get me wrong. You will be having time here. If you buy here, you also make gains. 100%. But why should you make a 10x here if you can make a 100x here, for matter of speak, right? So if you want to get the most out of it, now is the time. Now is the time. But you don't, like I said, have a lot of time. And all the things you have to do right now, you have to put that in that period. You have to do your research. You have to check out videos. You have to follow people on Twitter. You go into Telegrams. You go check out what's going on in the space. Which projects are building in the bear market. Which projects are likely to survive the bear market. Get a job. Get an extra job. Get a third job. I don't know. Find a job in crypto, maybe. There is a lot of work to be done in crypto, right? There is so much. And I will try to make some videos on how to make money in the bear market apart from crypto, which is hard. And I don't have all the answers, but just my, ideas about it. You have to invest here. You have to dollar cost here, right? You have to be prepared that if you buy here at $22,000, that it could go to $14,000. You have to be prepared to suffer temporary losses, right? You have to be prepared. But it will pay off. It will pay off, right? So yeah, my watch list, what I'm doing is, and this is, you have seen it before, I think, but this is me putting a lot of time and research into my watch list. That's basically costing me months, and I will try to give it to you here. And I like I said, I hope it helps, because in that case, it is it saves you a lot of time, right? So this is not completely up to date, but mostly it is, right? So if we take a look at my watch list right here, let me show you 1, 2. So here it is. So this is my watch list that I'm working on, right? I want to have a low risk portfolio where I feel like, okay, some, quite a number of my money is going in there, because if the bear market goes down even more, altcoins bleed most, especially the low caps, right? So I don't want to be too exposed to low caps. So I want to have some Bitcoin, Ethereum, AVAX, Solana, DOT, Cardano, and Matic, right? It's pretty safe, right? If Bitcoin goes down 20%, this goes down, well, Bitcoin 20%, but the rest goes down maybe 30, 40, 50%. But these could go down way more, right? I have a mid-risk portfolio with projects that I feel like these are probably all safe and have the potential. Phantom, Rune, Sushi, Chainlink, well, you can read it here. I have a high-risk portfolio with coins that could 100x or could get disappeared, right? So a lot less money in here. And these numbers are not completely up to date, by the way. And I have a separate gaming portfolio because I'm just a big believer in crypto gaming. I think, gaming will always be a narrative. People will always play games. We just need, Axie Infinity kind of set the tone for crypto gaming, but Axie Infinity is not, it's not that good, to be honest. Sorry if I'm stepping on some toes here. But there were games released 10 years ago that look way better than Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity was just one of the first to make it like kind of mainstream on the blockchain. That's the thing. But there will be way more than that. So there will be games knocking Axie off of the throne. But also, there's more than that. We have, for example, Volker Forge. We have a Gala. We have a Ultra. Projects that produce or distribute games, right? That make it accessible. Like, if a game fails, cool, but we also have these studios right there. I have some IMX, I have Sol, we have some blockchains, right? I have, it's not here, but I have some launchpads that launch games, like that you can invest in startups, right? These are the things that can really do well. So therefore, my thesis is that gaming crypto will be enormous. And in the bear market, it has a little more than my low risk, but in the bull market, I will be putting a lot of my low risk gains into my gaming portfolio and into my high risk portfolio because, yeah, that's way better. But how to maximize, because that's kind of what the video was meant for. So I will keep that short, but it's kind of a short answer. How to maximize your crypto portfolio without basically investing more. Well, it depends. I don't know how your crypto portfolio is looking like. I have a lot of coins right here. But it's basically because I'm playing with like 40K or something like that. If you have $5,000, I won't recommend you buying all of these coins, right? Because you then can just invest maybe $50 or $100 in every project. Then it's hard to manage. If something does 100x, you really, you know this, but it's really not making that much of a difference. How to maximize that? Well, it's very simple, basically. Most of the coins you have in your portfolio, and I can show you, you can stake them, right? And that's in the bear market really key. For example, I have El Toro right here, right? So if I look at El Toro, it's here. If I look at El Toro, okay, so El Toro is now sitting in a market cap of $10 million. I can see this go to $1 billion market cap. It's a very good project. Once it gets mainstream, once they roll some good stuff out, once the bull market starts, this could theoretically 100x. And I'm not trying to be that moon boy like, oh, that can 100x, that can 100x. I really did some good research on this portfolio with the projects that I think are as safe as possible and with the most potential. I think this could 100x, right? So if I look at El Toro, I feel like, okay, cool, circulating supply 600 million out of the 1 billion. So it's not that crazy far from each other, but can you stake it? Well, if you go to the website, you can press staking right here. And here you can stake your El Toro. So you can connect your wallet right here. And if you stake your El Toro right here, it's not a lot, but you can stake your El Toro for I don't even know where I can actually see it. It doesn't show the APY, but from the top of my head, this was like 10%, something like that. So if you can stake this for 10%, that's pretty decent, right? Because if you now put in, let's say, $1,000 into Altora, and you can stake it for 10%, it means that you get, let me put it like this. You put $1,000 into Altora, and you get this amount, 60,000 Altora, but you stake it for 10% APY, right? So you get 6,000 in return for free. So that's free coins, right? If you now have 6,000 Altora, that's $100. That's not that crazy, right? Okay, but if this does 100x, right, then it's worth $10,000. So then you invested $1,000, but only even from staking, you make $10,000 in a year in return. That's insane, right? And even if it does 100x, then you get $1,000 in return for your $1,000 investment. Insane, right? So there are a lot of projects that you what a mess. There are a lot of projects that you can stake. Most projects, most crypto coins you can stake actually. Why would you just buy it and let it dust away in your Binance account or on your MetaMask or whatever when you can stake it in the meantime? You will be a thief of your own wallet, really. So take your time, check out your crypto portfolio. Go everything, take your time, really take your time. Go on every portfolio. Okay, I've got Bitcoin. Where can I stake Bitcoin? Right? I've got Ethereum. Where can I stake Ethereum? I have AVAX. Where can I stake AVAX? How to check that out? Usually you can go to such a project. Well, like I just showed you, just go to the website and here you see, hey, staking, right? It has it on the website. Sometimes it doesn't have it on the website, right? Then there's a website called CoinDex. And on CoinDex, you can find out about most platforms where you can stake something. Not everything, but most, right? So for example, I have AVAX in my wallet. I don't know where I can stake AVAX. Okay, so here you can search for the chain. Right, so you have the Ethereum chain, BNB chain, Solana chain, Polygon chain. Okay, AVAX chain, right? So now you'll see all the coins you can stake, like Trader Joe, Aave, Benji. Okay, cool. Sorry, the coins themselves, and here are the platforms where you can stake it. So where we can stake Link, we can stake USDT, whatever. I want to know where I can stake AVAX. So here, search symbols, you fill in the coin that you actually want to stake, so that's AVAX, and you press enter, and it shows you all the platforms where you can stake AVAX. But this is also farming. You'll see USDC.E, so that's a wrapped version, together with AVAX. Okay, can you also single stake AVAX instead of farming? Yeah, in that case you can press single stake, and it shows you exactly where you can single stake AVAX and for what APY, right? So you can stake it on Benki, I don't know. You can stake it on Aave, you can stake it on Cream and on Insurace, right? But for example, you can stake it on Cream for 10% APY. Cool. I have AVAX, might as well stake it, right? That way you can really make the most out of it, because every coin you now earn in the bear market, keep in mind, it could do, 20x is so likely for a lot of projects to happen. Easy, no problem, right? So if you already make a lot of money to start with for free, yeah, then that's great, right? Also, always take a look at the total value locked. Like, yeah, you can stake it on Insurace, but there's only $200,000 in that platform, right? So not a lot of money. So you have to do some research, like, okay, is it new? How legit is it? And I will recommend you that if you have AVAX, for example, stake a little here, stake a little here. Don't go with the highest returns, because if something happens to that platform, you don't want to lose all your money, right? So in that case, definitely take your time to check that out. It pays off. It pays off really, right? With most coins, again, you can do that. So that's my strategy for the bear market, to do that. Farming is a great way as well, by the way. I'm farming my SNFTs for the people that are interested from Seedify. What I'm now doing, my strategy really quick. So I'm farming S-Fund together with SNFTs. I'm getting SNFTs in return. The APR is very high, 228%. Won't be that forever. It will go down the more people are using this. So, be early. And I'm making like $60 a day in the bear market, which is like crazy. That could be $1,000 per day in the bull run, right? So what I'm now doing is I am compounding it and taking profits. So every day I just take out half of this, put it into dollars, and the other half I'm selling. So let's say I have 10,000 as NFTs. I take 5,000 and I sell it for dollars. And the other 5,000, I'm selling half of that for S fund again. I wrap it into a liquidity pair and I'll put it in right here again. So I'm compounding it, right? So I'm making even more per hour. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. I want to be prepared for SNFTs to go up by compounding it. And I'm also want to be prepared for it to go down to get some dollars so I can just buy if it's necessary. A lot of stuff to talk about. I will make a lot more videos on how to actually make the most out of this bear market. That's basically what I wanted to do. You know, I just wanted to preach to hopefully keep you motivated, and maybe it's a good reason for you to subscribe to the channel. I'll be here every day, 15 p.m. UTC, until we are in the bull market, and then I will be here every day, 24 hours to laugh with you. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment on how you are approaching the bear market. If you're still here, you are already winning in my opinion, so that's very nice. And please like the video to push it a little bit into YouTube's algorithm. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.